I mean, this government will only be in place for another 1.5 years. So the cleaning up, so to say, will be the job of another government. We don't know how this is going to look like. But actually, it wasn't such a dramatic change. I mean, if you look at Scholz when he was defending the famous or infamous Black Zero, he always said, that's, if things go according to plan. Of course, if there is something goes wrong, and at that time nobody was thinking about corona pandemic, but if there just was a big recession, I mean, the government was always prepared, like it did in 2009, 2010, to basically fight that with a big fiscal package. So in this respect, the response had to be expected. Still, I mean, the size is tremendous. I mean, if you look at the deficit numbers we are expecting for this year, we will see something close to 9%. And if you add everything, the deficit, the excess spending, the deferrals, the credit guarantees, we are talking 2 trillion. That's well ahead of 50% of GDP. So the amount is obviously tremendous.
What can you tell us about where the stimulus plan is likely to go at this stage? I know there's been a lot of whispers around it, but we don't have real detail about the size and scope. What do you think we can expect from Mr. Scholz and Mr. Altmaier?
Now, I mean, with regard to the scope, I think it's a fair assumption to go for the upper limit, which has been rumored, and that's 100 billion. And actually, that's what we had in our calculations for the medium-term outlook for 2021 in our assumptions. Now, the exact measures, it seems really like a wish list of the different parties, and you can clearly see that they try to position themselves for the next year, for the upcoming federal election next year. So the SPD is fighting hard for a debt relief of highly indebted local authorities, something Scholz was always pushing for and got rejected by the CDU, whereas the CDU, but not only the CDU, is pushing for kind of premiums to buy new cars, fiscal incentives for that. And there's the big debate, should that be just limited to electric engines, or should it also be possible for clean diesel or hybrid engines? So these seem to be the major issues currently at stake. But I mean, the overall measures, it's a huge number. So we'll see something probably, as I said, around 100 billion. That's another 3% of GDP. But I think compared to what is already in the offing and already effective, that's basically a minor thing.